Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Saroj Digital Learning. Children, we have started lesson number 7, that is energy flow in an ecosystem. Let's continue the same. Main processes in the carbon cycle. Main process in the carbon cycle. See here now, there are 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll will give the product as this is the product and these are the reactants, these are the product, will give C6H12O6, that is the glucose. This is the molecular formula of glucose, plus 6 molecules of H2O, that is water, plus 6O2, 6O2 oxygen, and this upper arrow means the gas is released. Now this is the product, this is the glucose, this will be taken as a reactant now here. Glucose plus oxygen in the mitochondria. Mitochondria is an organelle of the cell. Mitochondria is an organelle of the cell where the energy is produced. So it is even though known as the powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria. Will give 6 CO2, it is a gas again, plus 6 H2O, water, plus energy. So in this way, energy is being produced in the mitochondria. See here now, eventually after death, all types of consumers are decomposed. Not only consumers are decomposed, but even the producers are the plants, are decomposed by whom? By the decomposers. By the decomposers will decompose these all kind of consumers and producers. And who are the decomposers? They are the bacteria and fungi. They are the bacteria and fungi. And carbon dioxide is released again into the atmosphere. So because of the decomposers, as they are decomposing the all type of consumers and plants, carbon dioxide is released again into the atmosphere and is used again by living organism. CO2 gas is again used by the living organism. In this way, carbon is continuously passed on from one living organism to another. After the death of living organisms, carbon goes to the atmosphere. Carbon goes to the atmosphere, that is carbon dioxide goes to the atmosphere and is again taken up by the organism. Do you know and think about it? This is the omitted part from your syllabus. So let's see now page number 86. Page number 86. Now see about the oxygen cycle. Before that, the percentage of carbon in the atmosphere is 0.03. 0.03. Now see about the carbon cycle. The percentage of carbon is 21%. Is 21%. It is also present in the hydrosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere. We can see oxygen is present in atmosphere, in the hydrosphere, that means in the water, and again in the lithosphere, that means in the earth also. Circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called the oxygen cycle. So here is the definition of the oxygen cycle, that is circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called the oxygen cycle. This cycle too includes both the biotic and abiotic components. That means we can see the cycle of oxygen cycle in the biotic, that means living things, and even in the abiotic, that is non-living things. Oxygen is continuously produced as well as used in the atmosphere. This is very important. Oxygen is continuously produced by whom? By the plants. As well as used up in the atmosphere. By whom? By humans, birds, animals. Now, oxygen is highly reactive and it readily reacts with other elements and compounds. Sorry. As oxygen is found in various forms like molecular oxygen, O2, H2O, CO2, inorganic compounds, etc. The oxygen cycle of the biosphere is extremely complex. So it is known as a complex, as it is found in the molecular form. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis by the plants, whereas it is used up in the process like respiration. Combustion. Combustion means process of burning in the presence of oxygen. Decomposition, corrosion, rusting, etc. So see here, figure 7.7 oxygen cycle. You can see here oxygen, plants absorb CO2 and produce food material, and they give in the and they pass it away. Plants produce oxygen, and that is being used by the animals. Breathe in oxygen, and again at last animals give out CO2. So CO2 is given to the plants, and in return plant gives O2, that is oxygen, to the human beings and animals. Thank you.